All right, so real quick, so we have in the room, like you say, a lot of creatives. Should we just say everybody here hosts a podcast or does something in the creative industry? So we're gonna start off with a quick controversial topic. Anybody can input, say your mind. Nobody is judged here. Your opinion is valid. First question: are we all virgins here?
Yes.
That was a joke, I beg. Oh, please, it's a joke. It's not the real question, I beg. Please, it's not the real question, I beg. So some people already started panicking. The real question is, first off, PVC. Does everybody here have their PVC? If they don't, are you planning on getting it? So let's talk. If you have your PVC, hands up.
You know what's even better than hands up?
All right. If you don't have your PVC, hands up.
Yes.
Are you guys? And it's fine. There's no judge. This is a judgment-free zone. Judgment-free zone. Are you guys planning on getting your PVCs? You have a date?
Mine is on the way.
I will get mine next week.
All right, so let me open up the question with PVCs.
Week.
All right, real quick, I want to open the floor up. So the first question is, do you guys actually think getting our PVCs is valid?
I think it's illegal.
What? Say your man. Say your man. Yeah.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Question
I think it's
again is-
illegal.
Hold on, let me ask the question again. I said, do you think getting your PVC is valid in terms of, do you actually think us getting our PVCs is going to make a difference in the elections?
Who are all of us going to vote for that will actually make a difference?
I get his perspective. Explain it though, for the people that won't understand.
Well, there's at least 30 people in this room, right? Who are we all going to vote for that will make a difference?
Are you opening that question up?
Yeah, I am. Who wants to answer?
Before we do, let's follow.
All right, thanks a lot, man. First of all, I believe that the PVC is very powerful. It's very good to have your PVC, but more importantly, I believe if the youths want to change Nigeria, PVC is not really as important as being part of a party. Because for them to pick a president, it took 2,000 people to choose the next president. 2,000 people in one room. So if all of us, 8 million people, for example, we are being categorized to choose that one person that the 2,000 people chose. So I believe PVC is important, but what is more important is if every youth joins a party. Now I know that being part of politics has been stigmatized by our parents, like, why will you join a party? If you join a party, you are corrupt, you're a politician, why will you go there? And when you go to all these party meetings, you see old people, old mamas wearing the cap, carrying the banner. It doesn't look fresh. And that has been stigmatized in our heads. Now imagine if as a youth, you go to a party and you see fresh young people, APC, PDP, LP, whatever it is. That is when I think we will have power to actually change the country. If we are in the room when they are making decisions about who should be president. Thank you.
Can I add something?
Go ahead.
Now, I get your point, but the only sad thing about that point is it's not reality. Once upon a time, like I know some people in PDP, for instance, and I once did something for them in the past. And they rub my shoulder, say, you've done so great, we appreciate you. Just know that this is your home, PDP is your home, your blah, blah, blah. But guess what? When it comes to anything important, they don't need me. They're just gonna use you as a face. Oh yeah, it looks cool. We have a young person here with us who maybe looks good or whatever it is. But in reality, they don't need you for anything. They're not gonna include you for anything. And that's the reality. So we can say, oh yeah, we need more people there. Yes, they can get 10,000 youths to be a part of them. But guess what? It's just for the cameras. It's not in reality. In reality, you can't do nothing. You can't even be seated with them talking about real stuff. You need to see what they do when, like, you have people at the top spot, even sit with themselves. The person you're calling bros, daddy, uncle, is kneeling down for somebody who's calling on their own bros. So we don't even have any place there in the first place. That's just it. They're not going to include us.
All right, real quick, before we continue, let me just say this. Because we are so many in the room, we're going to limit responses to 1 minute because there's a lot of us. So even at the same time, what we'll do is if 3 people answer a question, then we'll go around the room, at least talk about it. So it's not like just, talk. Let's actually talk about these points because both of them have made valid points on the opposite sides. All right, so go ahead, laugh.
Okay, yeah, so in the words of the great philosopher, dancer, artist, musician, basketballer, Christopher Morris Brown, many of you know as Chris Brown.
I don't see how
are you going to hate from outside of the club when you can't even get in? So I think the PVC is what gives you the ticket to get there first. It doesn't matter who you are going to vote for. You can go there and even write your name on the ballot paper. But I think it gives you the power to choose. I mean, we all know how the elections work. It's a game of numbers. It doesn't necessarily mean that who you vote for is going to win. But it gives you the power and a relevance to the society. So I think more than a contribution to the society, it's also a contribution to self, So I think that's what I think.
All right, so real quick, before we go to the next person, just to follow up on what both of you said, I want to open up a question. Let's talk about what you guys said. For what you said, getting your PVC is valid in terms of all of us should get it just because it gives us a reason to actually talk in terms of if we're all complaining right now, don't have our PVCs, we're part of the problem because we actually don't even have the card to vote. You don't even have to be in a party to vote. You can vote, which means that your opinions now are more validated when it's time to vote. So I think that's why the PVC is important. However, he did make a valid point in terms of saying these parties have no real structure at times or real validation. For example, NSARS, we saw that's the first time all young people came together. But if we're looking at this election now, the same people that were attacking Tinubu and some people have already started joining APC, are even pushing APC with the youth and all. These are the same. You understand where I'm coming from? And even with these parties, we're giving the less of the two evils. APC were giving Tinubu, PDP were giving Atiku. And yes, we say there are other parties we know because we talk about Peter Obi and all, but if we're being realistic with ourselves, we know the two main parties. So us joining a party now, how is that really going to make a difference when they've already had their thing set in stone? Like obviously it opens the door for what he said in terms of we're actually in the room. But then if don't worry, it didn't happen. But if we enter the room basically in terms of joining a party, let me ask you, is it a case that we all join a new party in terms of making a new party, joining a party that's not established, or are you actually saying we should go and join these parties to try and fight?
I like that. All right, thank you for sharing. If you plant a seed, right, you don't just get fruits immediately. You know what I'm saying? So joining a party is not going to change anything in the next 4, 8, 16, 20 years. But at least you are in the room and you are learning. You are meeting people, you are understanding who is who has power, what is going on. If this guy comes in, this guy comes in, obviously some will get corrupt because it's politics. Someone can say, okay, this guy, I like this guy, take this money and shut up. He will shut up. But those who are still in the room for 4, 5, 20, 30 years, building the foundation, we cannot change the game if we're not playing it. We can't be outside and spectating and saying PVC, I vote for. Think about it. These parties have said, this is who you vote for. This is who you vote for, nobody else. Because we were not in the game. We did not know what was going on. So I believe good things takes time. If we're able to plant that seed in the hearts of the youth. I mean, look at America. The artists, right? Jay-Z and all these guys, the youths are in politics. They are voting. They know what's going on. So I believe that if we take our time, then we'll be able to make a change. Thank you.
I just want to add something to what he said. That was what actually I was going to say. Like, I think we are looking at immediate solutions, which is not possible. Nigeria as a country, the issues we've been having started way before 1960. So imagine the entrenched mentality, the corruption, everything. It's not going to end in 5 years. But if we start now, in 5 years, some little things will change. It takes time. So with that, it's the same thing. Just get your PVC, get in the room, and start a structure from there.
All right, real quick, so we just move on because of time. Thank you guys, but I just want to sort of change the topic, but it's still related to what we're talking about. So the second topic now is, with the way the country is going, how do we all make money? So what that means, so we're gonna let you answer first, but to let everybody understand what we're saying is that we all see how bad the economy is and the government is right now. We all see that dollar right now is, if I'm wrong, tell me, dollar is 650.
Yeah.
Dollar is 650, and pound is probably at what? 700
like next month.
Exactly. So we're basically screwed. So with that, we know that 9 to 5s basically don't work for any of us. In fact, quick question: how many people here have a 9 to 5?
I've never been a fan of it.
9 to 5.
I do 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Does that count?
Say, but well, okay. So let me ask you a second question: is that 9 to 5 your only source of income?
Yes.
One person said yes.
No.
Who said yes? We're going to come to you.
Guy,
But everybody else said no. So that's why the question is with this now, how do we make money? Because again, our regular jobs are not going to sustain us. So how do we make money? Then we'll come back to you to answer your question.
Like I said, updates.
Define what you mean by updates.
I'm not sure.
Bro, you're facing the mic wrong. Turn it around.
We understand you, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay,
Define what you mean by updates.
Buy a laptop.
And
I don't think your mic is.
it's on. You say buy a laptop.
Buy a laptop.
I'm not going to speak up. You're covering the thing.
I'm sorry, I'm not a phone.
Okay, so you say buy a laptop.
Buy a laptop, then
Learn coding.
you know the thing that is why young thugs in jail right now. So I'm just gonna be careful.
Hold on, before we continue, let him answer his question because you're the only one here that has a 9 to 5. That you said that's your only one. That means you're making money.
Well, I think that multiple jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs is the coil of the devil to distract us from God's plan for us to enjoy life. I'm not a fan of I have 6 jobs, I have 3 jobs. When I get back home from work, I go back again. No, when I'm not working, I want to be enjoying my life. So first of all, that might not necessarily work well for somebody who is really 9 to 5. Personally, I think I'm on my 3rd job. So it allows me to change for better income for that. And for now, I think I'm still going to do whatever I'm doing. I want to face school. I'm going to do one job. I'm not a fan of. You can have passive income needs, but like working 2 jobs majorly, I don't think life should be just about what you do.
So we'll come to you.
All right. I feel like for everyone to make money as youths, right, we should take some time and learn a very good skill. I feel like if everybody is well skilled in a way where you can like be of service to anyone on earth, and now we have internet, you understand? So there's almost no limitation from you learning anything. It's just about your sacrifice, your discipline, and how bad you want it. So if you're sick or tired of somebody ordering you about from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., you should just take out some time to learn some skill. It shouldn't take up to 3 years, no matter what it is. Something that you can be of service to people anywhere, and you make money. You can be in Nigeria and not need Nigeria's money.
But we're going to come to him, but you said something now about somebody not bossing you around and all. But what people don't realize is that sometimes when you work for yourself or you're an entrepreneur, it's worse at times, depending on your job, because now you work for everybody.
No. I feel like entrepreneur should start from that.
So go ahead. What are you going to say?
Entrepreneur, I feel like to be a good entrepreneur, especially in Nigeria, you obviously have to start from there. Get some experience, understand how to communicate with people in the work sector and all that. But that should be the end goal, to learn a skill where you be it just be on your own. You can run service to anyone on earth. I feel you'll be rich.
Okay. All right. Well, you had something to say.
Okay. Well, so when it comes to making money, right, I think, first of all, we need to actually define what making money is. Then we also need to look at the world. I think there's a global shift coming. So we're in the gig economy, as it's called, right? So what is actually important now is skills. But the one thing that the Gen Zs and we young people can't really substitute skills for is structure. So no matter how much you think you can run away from, somebody bossing you around and all that, at the end of the day in life, you need to pick and choose your battles. When you start out, if you don't have any skills, forget about making money, right? I know we're living in a fast environment, but the truth is, if you look around, everybody making money is offering a service. You have to offer a service, solve a problem, then you make money. So without one of those things, you're not going to make money. But 9-to-5s are not actually bad, because you see, we're living in a time where we have romanticized entrepreneurship. That shit is hard. And the truth is, you're an entrepreneur, yes, but the day the gigs dry out, are you prepared for that? You see, you cannot substitute anything for structure. That's why you see multinationals from here till maybe whenever time ends. They might change their names and change what they offer, but that structure is important. No matter how much your skills and all those things might be worth, your skills are only worth as much as someone is paying you for. So it's important to actually realize that. And then just on a final note, I think for Nigerians to actually make money now, we need to actually settle down and define what money is. So a lot of people are shouting about remote jobs, and like you said, you can stay in Nigeria and not work in Nigeria. That's all well and good, but like he said, you need to be able to understand that, do I want to live or do I want to work, right? And the truth is, you have to actually pick somewhere in the two. So we are all trying to have our cake and eat it by saying we want to do this, do that, and still get paid for it. But in reality, you have to pick and choose, which is why I started by saying you have to define what that money is to you. For some people, 500K is enough. For some people, $500,000 is not enough. So it boils down to, what does that money mean to you? And then how can you create skills or whatever it is that would attract that to you?
All right. I forgot this 1 minute rule because everybody's just giving. No, it's good. Everybody's giving good points now. So just like, for 1 minute.
I also want to add to what he said, and I also feel like when you also love what you do, because everything is not easy. Entrepreneurship is not easy. 9 to 5. There's some people that still love their 9 to 5, that they just love that having that structure, and some people just want to be their own boss. But in a way, you can't be on your own boss, because of being an entrepreneur. Everyone you have to get feedbacks. Now for me, for instance, now I made the small chops that you ate, and I asked some people, even though they didn't know that I was the one that made it, I had to hear their feedbacks, because that would help me go back to, okay, this is what I need to do to make it better.
I shout out the small chops today. I need two, no one.
Thank you. So I feel like it's also not easy, because it's also not easy, because even the ingredients that you use in making everything is expensive.
Cost of production.
You have to everything is on the customer, satisfying them based on the prices and different structures. So it's also not easy. But thank you.
Alright, so thank you guys for that. So we're going to switch it up to another topic, just make it a bit more lively now. So, real quick, it's an open topic, is things that never happened. What are things that have never happened in Nigeria?
That never happened.
That have never happened in Nigeria.
It could be anything.
It can be anything.
Events, history, historical events, anything.
Stable electricity.
God damn it.
Wasn't there stable electricity at one point in Nigeria?
When?
I feel like there was at one point.
Before they gave birth to
No,
us.
I said not Nigeria in total, not our generation. Our generation never.
Yeah. So
Because
never.
all of us here are 90s babies and presume maybe 80s, but
80s, 90s, never.
I remember there was a newspaper I saw it at the first place, 1977.
Mike,
My bad.
I said I remember there was a newspaper, 1977, and they're talking about power. And they're saying, we're hoping in the next president that they're gonna have better power. Hopefully, we're gonna have constant power. 1977, my brother. What year is this?
2022.
All right.
That has been sound.
There we go.
All right, another controversial one. Hold on, another one.
So something that has never happened in the issue of Nigeria. I think the idea of one Nigeria has never been a reality in the history of Nigeria.
Because we're actually not one Nigeria.
Do you want to go into details?
But this is a business, it's not a country.
Thank you. That's why I said we're not meant to be one country.
Yeah, sorry. If I just want to quickly add, it's a business, and I think the more you learn, the more you realize it was never made for you guys to be a country. It was made so that somebody can move cotton from Kano to the port and leave. But then you see that guy with his beard, Lugard, that made that mistake and signed everything. So once you sign people who are fundamentally different, this is what happens. So We're a business, not a country.
Any other ones?
It's a business now. You know, we're a Nigeria company now. They paid. How much was it? How much did they pay again?
Yeah, I can't remember.
800,000 pounds or something at that time. Yeah, they paid a lot of money for Nigeria. Yeah,
All
Unilever.
Wait, they said Josh has something to say.
This Josh said something.
Yeah, I just want to say. Just that. Yeah, I want to say one thing that's never happened is giving a fuck about the youth. I'm sorry about the fuck. Like caring about the youth.
No, be honest.
Yeah, they never. It's just been scammed. They never really cared about the youth.
If you guys really think about it from what he said, because as much as they preach youth,
they don't give
every
a
single
damn.
generation is the youth that has been fighting against the same goal.
Like,
our parents, when they were
and
youth,
they're killing
they
us,
were going
like,
through
what
worse.
the hell?
Their own
They
parents,
shot
they were
us,
going
man.
through the
They
same
shot
thing.
us at the
Youth.
bridge.
So that's a good point.
Like, you don't care.
Anybody else? It's not something that's never happened in Nigeria.
We say we're the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but we have never been a federal republic.
Okay.
Come fair now. Fairly punchline. Excuse me. Now, listen.
So basically, right,
now.
the idea of Nigeria was each state should govern itself. That's a federal republic, right? Enugu take care of itself, Lagos take care of itself, Sokoto take care of itself. But in the 1999 constitution, I don't know who signed that thing, but that stuff was demonic.
It was supposed
where
to
they
be
said
democracy.
that only one state should govern whole 36 states. That was when, like,
Chaos.
The whole idea of federation. So if you want to make any decision as an Igbo man, you have to go to the north.
To talk. Yeah.
To go and
As a
cleanse,
Western man, you
yeah.
have to go to the north. Go to the north, go to the north. And that wasn't the idea for Nigeria. So yeah.
Thank you.
I think we had our fair share of federation. Like if you go back well enough, we've had our fair share of existing as a federation. I'm just saying some things, a little bit. Saying. I mean, the time of the Awolowo's Western region, Michael Parras, Eastern region, just before the Biafran or the Civil War, as they want us to say. So until different when go on say I want. Anyway, let's not go into Nigeria.
It's good. No, it's good you said that because even me, I was going to say something that do you not feel that Nigeria also intentionally, or those on top, they intentionally make sure that, how do I explain what I'm trying to say? Okay, let me simplify it. They don't teach us our history.
Yeah.
Because one thing I thought about is in school, did I really learn history properly? And that adds on to the problem. Because when you don't know your history now, that's what adds on to the problem. Because now some of us now go on saying, oh, this is Nigeria as normal. But for you to find these things out that we're reading about, it means you went out your way to go and read about it, yes? None of us were taught. So imagine the masses of people now. Because right now, even all of us here in this room that are even in this circle, we're still a very tiny percentage of the real Nigeria that's outside. But just something to think about. Alright, next topic now. Jackpa or nah?
Now we start Jackpa or nah from this end. So at least
Everybody here can answer. Jackpa or nah? Jackpa or nah? Oh yeah, let's just do it like this. Oh yeah, Jackpa or nah? Jackpa or nah?
Of course. Japa.
Now wait, hold on, because I said everybody here talking about improving Nigeria. Now everybody just saying Jackpa.
This podcast over there.
Nah,
See, I feel like you're trying to be the national, but okay, hold on. What do you do? What do you do right now? You're an entrepreneur. So if Microsoft now comes to you now, say, sir, we like you. They say 300K, £1,000 salary for you a year. If you come right now, are you going or not?
Let me tell you right. Hold up. Listen, hold up. Who said that money is an idea?
Yes or no, my brother? Yes or no? And they give you free housing, free car, your children's education is paid for.
First of all, anybody listen now. Wait, let me explain this. First of all, anybody that gets paid a salary isn't actually making money. Hold up. Wait now. Patience. Let me land.
Wait. Let him say his point.
So this is what I believe, and this is the fundamental way of actually creating wealth. If you own a percentage of a structure, listen. If you own a percentage of a structure, that's the only way you can make money. Because salary come and go, you spend, blah, blah, blah. But when you own a percentage of a structure, you're good. And in Africa, there's so many problems that we can build structures for if we have the patience to build it. But that's why I'm not good anyway. Boom.
Fair enough.
Truth is, I know him so much that I think what he
No, is it?
It looks like Japa.
Oh yeah, Jackpot. We're back to the Jackpot way.
Run.
Nah.
You're staying.
Yeah.
Why?
So I think that I have many reasons, but the one reason that is defining it for me, I think Japa comes.
Wait, hold on. One house, guys. One house.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think Japa comes at a huge sacrifice, at a huge cost that people don't necessarily count. For example, and this is really what cuts it for me. It's not money, because obviously they're gonna find more money over there. There are families who have not seen their siblings for many years. My other sister is like the closest person to me. When we went to the same school, the same course, same university. Now I've not seen her for 7 years. In that time frame, she has become a wife. I've given birth. All of that. People have not seen their dying parents for years. I think that families were created to stick together, and I don't think that yesterday I saw somebody saying, "Oh, if you want to go to Portugal." See, Nigerians should not be going to Portugal in a normal circumstances. Why are you going? You don't even speak the language. Why should a place where nobody speaks your language, nobody looks like you, be more conducive than a place where is home? So my own idea is that home is where there's love, and this is until homes become unlivable. I'm not against the idea of traveling. I'm just against the idea of
just going
and never coming back.
But there's a difference. Okay, so hold on real quick. Let me ask this question so we have some perspective. So we can have some perspective in here. How many people here were born in Niger?
I was born here.
So everybody here was born in Niger? Majority. Who wasn't born in Niger? Okay. So fair. So what I realized is, just for perspective's sake, because for me, I was the opposite. Most people jump out from Niger. They sent me back. So I came back at 17, 18 by accident. I was basically a kata, as you say before, in Yankee. And then Momsi shipped me back to Niger, tore my passport. I was stuck in Niger. And for me, like staying here, going to secondary school here for like 2-3 years, and I went to uni in England, I decided to come back. Some days I act like that's the worst decision I ever made, because these last 4 years have been very interesting. But at the same time, in those 4 years, like he said, there's some opportunities I've seen here that I'm like, oh, more.
You can't say about that.
Bruh, exactly. Because even I tell people, like, even us moving, like my mom moving back. My mom was in America for 37 years before we moved back. And she can tell you herself, in the last 10 years, what she's been able to accomplish here, and even us in general, how our lives have changed, is Nigeria. Like I tell people, I never used to travel outside America when I was there. Like, I only left the country maybe once when I was in America. But because of Niger now, I've been able to travel. I've been able to do different things, you get. Because like I said, people don't see those perspectives. So I do understand why some people want to stay, but at the same time, I do understand why some people want to leave. But like he said, if we're going to Jackpa, the question is, do we have a plan?
You have to have a plan first.
To even come, because
most people don't have plans.
Let me just add that I think that at some point in time it's good, and I think it's also necessary to go and get that exposure. Yeah. First, I work in the Big Four, so also to debunk your salary. I used to work in the Big Four, so if you are familiar with the environment, you know that the UK is massively and seriously recruiting Nigerians in the Big Four over there. And at some point in time, I've gotten offers. I'm like, nah, not yet. I'm not ready now, because I want to still be here for now. It's not that somebody asks my Instagram tomorrow. I say that this boy, you're in the UK. I'm just saying that it comes at a cost, and you have to be ready, not just escape. I don't know.
Let's go around the room.
Yeah, Japan and come back. But like you said, Yeah, Japa.
But she said she'll come back.
Like you said, a lot of people don't have plan, so they go to the UK mostly because that's where most people are going to the UK. Yeah, they don't have plan and they get stuck there. Some of them can't even pay their school fees. They drop out doing what? Nothing. So when you're traveling, travel with a plan. Do you get?
So you guys, Japa or not?
Nah.
You want to stay?
Yes.
Why?
Because I think we have more freedom here in Nigeria or here than any other place. Sorry?
What's your definition of freedom?
I mean, I personally as a person.
I get what she makes a valid point to say.
Yeah. Personally, but it depends on the freedom child. But personally as a person, I want to be in a place where I'm free to do anything. And just like he said, my sister can be in Owerri, Abuja, and it's easy for me to think. I can use bus and go and see my sister if I want to. It's easy for me to travel. So there's freedom to, and there's also freedom to still smoke like I did at some point. Yeah, I think they smoke there as well. But there's still freedom to smoking in Canada. There's still freedom to do a lot of things and get away with it. In fact, you can bribe a Nigerian police guy and get out of it. So
wait, guys, wait, hold on. She does make a valid point in terms of that freedom, because a lot of us now are saying abroad. I'm telling you now, the things I do here, there's some things I can't try there, because I'm thinking white police. There's some things we're not talking about here. White police. There's a difference between white police and Nigerian police, but racism, stuff like that. So, Jackpot or not?
I'm so gonna leave.
Okay. Jackpot or not?
I'm both. My situation is kind of weird. I go back and forth. I walk over there.
So you have the dream life, basically.
That's not weird. Yeah.
That's the dream. That's what everybody's fighting for right now, to do back and forth.
Back and forth. I don't have. I'm the only member of my family in Nigeria. Yeah. Wow. Only member.
Black sheep.
So I understand, like, there are many opportunities that Nigeria has afforded me. You get, like, I can't even just certain things that I might not be able to get over there because they'll prefer, I'm black. Come on. So those type of things. I'm not saying
jungle. Sorry, I'm just saying
yeah, that kind of thing. We have to look at all the way the structure is over there. You have to look at, before they get to a black guy, whatever, there's always, set of people they have to consider first.
It's like what you're saying is like, sometimes do we consider what evils we're looking at? So for then now, the evil is whites versus black. Compared to the evil here is connection.
Yeah.
I was saying somebody that.
Come on. Like, look, there was a time I was in the US with a friend of mine, both black people, we got stopped by the cops. Of course, everyone was paranoid. He had a broken brake light. Like, the brake light was out. But luckily for us that night, the guy was cool. Anything could happen. You could decide, this guy's, and my guy is like big. You could decide, these two guys are, they are, that kind of thing. So it could be random. It could be anything. That's another fear that a lot of people, we don't really consider. We just think, when we get to UK, when we get to America, everything's going to be lovely. I know a lot of people that are trapped over there. I know a lot of people that live in attics. And like, I'm not saying like I heard, I know people, so in summary, try to get a dream life.
He has a passport. He can leave anytime.
Get a dream life.
Once you have a passport, you have the opportunity.
Are you leaving or staying? If you have just take one choice.
If I have one choice, okay, I think I'll probably leave.
That's a good point.
I'll probably leave.
Hold on, next person. Hold on, time. Because of time, next person. Next. But wait. Just real quick. Wait, guys. One house. Guys, one house. So, but there's something we're not considering. Once you have a passport, you already have the opportunity in terms of you're already ahead of a lot of people. Means you have the option, the choice. Because like him, he can't answer the question. But what I'm saying is he can't even answer the question because he has a passport. You get, so even if you are saying jackpot, the fact that he has the option. Some people's jackpot means that I'm going for good. Like people that go to Canada now, most of my Canada niggas, they've not come back since. Why? Because you have to go and stay there for residency. UK, same thing, residency.
Let's create the assumption you have just one choice.
No, but you can't. You can't do that with the passport.
It's a different case.
He has a passport.
Once you have that passport, it's never going to.
Imagine I have a billion telling me, we like to be a billionaire, I like to be broke. I'm already a billionaire.
Sorry.
Once you have that Yankee or Jan passport, I'm never stuck in night.
Okay.
It lasts as everything goes bad.
Okay.
Ayo, go ahead.
Okay. So, all right. So, I think, the question is jackpot or not, right? So, I'll try and answer like this, right? I spent my formative years outside Nigeria. So after secondary school, I left. And then I was there for like a while. Then I came back. You see, the thing that we all fail to consider is that all we all do in life, all the hard work, all the money, all the things we chase, all this entrepreneurship, 9 to 5, everything is just for one thing, choice. To be able to afford ourselves the chance to choose, the opportunity to choose, right? The difference between us and billionaires is that they can do a lot more by virtue of having money.
Yeah.
So when you talk about jackpot or now, right, we need to look at access. What do you have access to as an average Nigerian? What did you have access to last year? What did you have access to 2 years before? What do you have access to now, right? Look at it for yourself. Look at it for the average Nigerian. Look at it for the person below average. On a personal note, right, I'm going to be very honest. I think I'm comfortable here. I have the opportunity if I wanted to leave, right? So I would not be able to put myself as the average Nigerian. But the thing is, if I had the opportunity to go or stay, right now as a person, I'll probably stay. However, staying in Nigeria comes at a cost, right? Because I look at myself where I was 4 years ago, where I am now, where my friends were 4 years ago and where they are now, right? So I have a little story from everything everybody has said. I've not seen my siblings in 4 years.
Oh, okay. How about we're enjoying time? That's still
I'm
the
so sorry.
thing. Yeah.
I haven't seen my siblings in 4 years. That's the sacrifice I have to make because of this jackpot thing. People can trivialize it, but like you said, family is one thing. On the other side, money is something else entirely, right? You cannot be in Nigeria and be that successful. That's the truth. The people who are that successful in Nigeria have their hands in very, very weird stuff. We have to call it what it is. So if you want to stay here, like Michael said, you have to then look at this whole jackpot thing as a question of choice. Which of these problems are you willing to face more in life? It's just that simple. Do you want to be rich and successful in a foreign land, being a second-class citizen? That's okay to a lot of people, looking at the reality of Nigeria. Or do you want to be in Nigeria and, like you said, maybe grow and own something? But I'll just ask all of you a question. Is it really worth having that much money and knowing that you can drive out and a trailer will fall on your head? I don't really know. You guys should tell me.
Wait, hold on. So, because of time now, we're just going to go around and summarize and all. But your answer?
For me personally, right now, with the Nigeria, with the way I am, I'll stay.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, not many.
It's surprising to know that a lot of people are ready to stay.
I am happy to see.
Okay, I think for me it's a thing of, I think it's because of the situation of Nigeria that we over deliberate on this jackpot thing as if it's it don't really have to be a thing of maybe because the country is not working or something. I just feel like personally, many people's skills, the country doesn't just reward many skills, and I don't believe that you have to limit yourself. You know, there are many opportunities abound. I mean, on the international stage, right? Many multinational companies will pay you much more than Nigeria is willing to pay you, and then you pick your bag and go where the money is. I mean, home is still home, if this is home anyway for anybody. But yeah, I just feel like even in a working country, if another country has bigger opportunity for you, just pick your bag and go. We over deliberate this jackpot thing, really. Wherever your skill takes you to, you pick your bag and go. Yeah, I think that's how it is.
Time, guys. Because now, wait, hold on. Because this topic is going to bring topic, and literally time.
Wait,
so look, here's what we're going to do.
When I get to your turn after me,
we're going to finish up there. Just can you guys finish up because of time?
Yeah.
Then we'll just maybe take your remark. Then we have to end it.
My answer is nah. But there's a reason for that.
1 minute.
Yeah, personally, I'll say this year, most of my clients or any money I've made has been from outside. I've had the opportunity to leave, but I keep telling myself, before I carry myself, leave my comfort zone, my country, my motherland to another country, I have to have a structure there. I'm not going there to go and work in McDonald's or something like that. I have to have a structure of what I'm doing right now, the skill which I put in all this time to have to go back there and have a structure before I leave my country. But if it's just about just relocating and finding a great, I'll stay in my country. But that's what it is for me now, called structure.
Makes sense. That's a key point.
That's key.
Okay, for me, I'll leave because I won't stay. But I think we're all confused with the fact of escaping and going to do something. We're mixing it up. So that's why some people say I won't go. I'd rather not go to McDonald's. That's escaping. It's not living. If you need your service, you leave.
I like how you just said that because it's true, and even you bringing that point up is like a lot of us actually mask that jackpot like are going. I'm like, bruh, like there's some jobs here that are paying you $200K a month, while in Jand or something they're going to pay you over $200K. Why the hell won't you leave? And I get what you mean about owning it, but for you to own something, you need capital. You get what I'm saying? So. And I feel like a lot of times there's this, because even me, I feel like, has anybody ever fallen for this trap? I feel like there's also some kind of guilt sometimes that either people or the environment tries to put on you with this jackpot topic. Like, oh, if I leave, then I'm not patriotic, or oh, I'm not going to the struggle like everybody.
Can you imagine?
Yeah?
You said something though.
What?
This jackpot I'm talking about. It's not like I just traveling to. It's more like relocating, right?
Relocating. No, but the way he broke it down, I like what he said, that there's escape and then there's exactly. You're going for an opportunity, a plan.
More than 70 people are escaping.
But then that's the question. This jackpot word now, that's what I'm saying. Everybody has put that negative stigma of you're escaping. I have guys that have jackpot in terms of there's a better job. They were doing well in nice, better job opportunity. They left.
Jackpot 90% is better than here. Let's be real.
I think it's a disservice.
90% of the time.
It is. Like me, I tell people, look, what I do right now, right? Like, for example, I tell everybody, I have passports. What I'm doing right now, I could probably make 10 times more in Yankee. But then I realized the impact of what I'm doing here is bigger, which, like you say, long-term rise, ownership, it should pay off even more. But then it's like right now, I've also had to tell myself, like, okay, like you said, if I'm going to actually make money in Niger properly, I'm not doing anything illegal. So I have to think of other opportunities. So even if I have to go away for a year, 2 years, 3 years, make my capital, come back, I'm doing it. Because I'm not, like I said, I'm doing it legally.
Money choice. So if she said, if someone will pay you more, why stay?
Sorry, let's let you go. Sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, for me, like, I'm indifferent here. If I have a better opportunity out there, I'll go definitely. However, in terms of like,
guys, one house, so you can finish up.
Okay. In terms of because now there's another thing. If we all go because there's a problem, the reason why we're all leaving is because we don't have a vision as young. Maybe let me narrow down to the young people, because where you're going to now was not always like that. Like America they had their issues before those countries, they had their problems. Those times you wouldn't want to go there. You would rather stay here. But then right now, this place, they still have issues. But
you don't see the gun violence in America anyhow.
Do you understand?
Reward your talent more than where you're at.
Do you understand? So now, in terms of a better life, more money, definitely over there is better than here. But then if you feel like you feel like among those who want to make a change, like do something, it's okay to stay. So like it's both ways. You understand? So that's it.
Yo, come on.
Yeah. Okay. When it's done, I'll add something.
Action. I don't think. See, everybody is right, because like, if you jump out, like it's just, I feel like the most important thing is to have a plan. And at the end of the day, like at the end of the day,
one house.
The explorers, like the white people, when they explored, they came to us. They got what we need. They got what they needed from us and went back. You get so. I feel like why don't we get what we need from them, come back
and bring it back home? It's smart. That's sharp. It's true. It's true though. It's true though.
At the end of the day, everybody is. If you know what you're looking for, you go to where it is
and get
it and come back. Like I can't fault anybody that doesn't want to come back. I'm not in your shoes. I don't understand what you're going through. But if I had the opportunity to come back, like I have a study, for example, I have a study foundation in Nigeria. I have the opportunity to travel. If like any green light shows for me that I need to travel, I'm out. I'll make I'll get what I need to do and come back because I already know I have something solid for me here that I can build upon. Then not just there's a way that you be soft in this life, yeah? But you want to be soft so that your future generation will be soft like man. that kind of situation where that when you tell your grandchildren like what you say, do you want pure water? They will like what is that? That kind of soft is bottled water next to ever. Like 1 liter, those kind of lifestyle.
I'll just take that. That's an analogy. You don't really literally.
Yeah, because like
to explain what
it is. So I can't bust my English properly.
I get what he's saying though. I get where he's coming from. Like
you get
there's certain struggles your grandchildren are not gonna have that you now had.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, this life. That's why there's that generational progress. Like you put in that first step for the next step to take on. See, if you have the opportunity to do your part, do it, and don't be messing about saying that okay, I want to be here. At the end of the day, it's you and your people. It's you and your people. Because if you have the opportunity to do it and you don't do it,
you have regret.
I don't even understand why you do not do it. Because
I like that.
I don't understand why you do not do it. If you have see, I don't get it. See, if I'm not like there's some things I don't think about. If I see, I take my immediate family personal. If I see an opportunity to help them, I'm not thinking about it. Do you want me to cut my hand? I'll cut it. This is like if you have that my son name with you, attached with you, I'm doing it regardless. So think of that. Like at the end of the day, people say you're selfish, think of your family, but your family is a part of Nigeria, and if that family grows, Bill Gates' family is Yankee now.
Yeah.
We just all those kind of hands. They are employing a lot of people. All those kind of things. It starts from somewhere. You don't expect to just start from. You start from somewhere. So small. At the end of the day, if you just put that right puzzle, if you have the chance to put that right puzzle in place for your immediate community, man, it's endless. Because apart from you, there's inspiration for, like what you have done to the next set.
Alright, but real quick, hold on. No, cause of time, like literally we're already ahead of time, but this was actually a very good topic that I'm sure everybody can now expand on. Everybody here has podcasts. Everybody wants to talk. All of you have podcasts. Talk on your podcast. Invite each other for podcasts and all that. That's the whole point of this thing now. But So first, thank you to Jollofradio for this opportunity. I think we need to give them a shout out because they're the ones that brought us all together. So this is like a very good enlightening talk that I feel like we even got to know some people here, and they gave us Jollof too, low key. So I feel like everybody here, when they put this out, they'll put everybody's Instagram, they'll put everybody's podcast name, because if we go around in fact, let's even close like that. So we'll close with everybody saying their name again, their podcast, where they can find you, and then we'll end it there. All right, so again, I'll start. Michael Scenario on deck on Insta, Menisms, Sunday Adilashe. That's where you can find us.
I host 20s and Stuff podcasts. You can 20s and stuff.
20s and stuff.
Yeah, just like in your 20s and what's happening around you. So you can find me Oluwa Josh with an underscore. That's my Instagram. Yeah, I do 9 to 5 for a living.
What do you know? What do you do? What do you do?
Okay, so I'm a financial risk guy. So when you think, yeah, so basically.
There's a reason why he wants to stay in Niger.
Yeah, so my name is Awa Abudu, and you can follow me on my Instagram page, Awa_creation, my podcast page, my_opinion_podcast. Yeah, I co-host my opinion podcast with any Ade.
Can I say something? Can you have like a you should have like a mailing list where
I swear,
if not like this, we can't keep around. Yeah.
So she asked me, what do? I work with a renewable energy company, and I also write for magazines.
Nice.
Actually, I mean, it's on the nice.
Mailing list, but that's for you. For everyone.
Not for everybody, right? So the one for everybody, that's the point.
Yeah.
So everybody can be sharing for themselves and then themselves afterwards.
Yeah.
So the most important part is what? Get everybody's details and pass it across to everyone.
Yes.
So everyone can follow themselves, and then talk to themselves. Like LinkedIn. If I go, I'll say
Do we continue?
Can I go ahead?
Michael, do we continue?
Yes, please.
Hi, my name is Cheddar Chris. Cheddar for money. Yes.
What else?
I host She Talks podcast. I am a content creator, a video editor, and I am a baby girl.
What editor?
Video editor.
Video?
Yeah.
She's a baby girl. She's a baby girl. Baby girl. Video editor.
I'm AJ Chiwendo. I'm a podcaster and OAP, a student. I bake. And Colors Podcast on Instagram. You can find the podcast on every podcast platform, even on Jollofradio, on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Radio Public, everywhere you listen to podcast, actually.
I don't want running things here.
So, yo, 1 minute.
Are we done?
No, go on.
My name is Techzilla, DJ, producer, sound engineer, podcaster, different things, you know. I run No Shakes, No Worries podcast. I produce for different people. You guys can find me on Instagram, Techzilla, that's TECKZILLA108 on Instagram. Follow me, you know, let's collaborate.
Nice.
Yeah, hi. My name is Isaac. I co-host the Road to 30 podcast. So yeah, you can find us everywhere. There's a video, right? So yeah, that's the hat. We do have a show coming up, so y'all should come through. It's on the 3rd of July in Lekki 1. Show starts by 5 p.m. It's a Sunday, so what else are you doing? It's like a podcast live show, so it's just going to be us on stage talking and interacting with the audience and all that. So y'all should come through. It's going to be nice. I guess I'm a podcaster. I do some other stuff. So I'm an adult tutor. So like an executive tutor. I teach like basically fathers and mothers, and I also cook in my spare time. And yeah, I guess that's it. And yeah, you can also find me on TV sometimes talking about money. So yeah.
Okay, I'm Camel Blaze, music producer, audio engineer, and artist too. My handle is Camel Blaze on Instagram at Camel Blaze, BLAIZZ. Yeah, that's me.
I'm Josh, a music producer. All my handles are Josh Beats everywhere. So yeah.
What?
All my handles on social media is Josh Beats.
Yeah, I'm a Siri. I'm a music producer, songwriter, singer, artist. And I run a music company. I do music distribution and publishing too. I'm also into real estate as a side hustle. You can find me on Instagram, Siri Official. And you can follow my music company page, Boss Angel Music, on Instagram. Boss Angel, B-U-Z-Z, Boss Angel. Like, we have some new talents that were, of course, I'm my first artist. So we have some other people on block too. So thank you.
Someone
No, balls.
No, it's the questions that she asked that made me start laughing. You heard it? You heard it? I can't be the only one that laughed because of that.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
I don't think you can listen.
I don't even get it, to be honest. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's crazy. But hey. I really don't get it. Okay, how far? My name is Emeka. I'm a digital artist and a web developer. I do a 9 to 5. I work remotely. I don't do any podcast remotely. I work at home. Different companies.
You're a tech guy.
No, I'm not here. Oh, get out. So I do a 9 to 5. Remote working, web developer, graphic designer, digital artist. I'll say t-shirt print artist. I like t-shirts. That's my thing. So yeah, Emeka, unethical.
Do I have to say anything?
Mention this name.
Hi, my name is Ella. I'm a filmmaker. Hi guys, my name is Ella. I'm a filmmaker. Precisely, yes, I produce films, I write, and I have a 9 to 5 at a tech company. So yeah, that's basically what I do. I'm a big fan of podcasts. I listen to podcasts. I listen to Feko's podcasts. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, that's it basically. I'm Feko's biggest fan. He knows.